a feeling that there's more. It's as if your perceptual field is being tuned to a higher frequency, and this new tuning allows you to catch information that once went unnoticed. Synchronicities can also manifest as recurring lessons. Similar situations, people with the same patterns, challenges that repeat. This isn't bad luck. It's a cycle that repeats until you extract the necessary lesson. It's as if life keeps giving you the same test in different formats until you finally learn the answer. And once you do, the cycle ends. Noticing these signs is a turning point. It's when you stop viewing the world as something separate from you and start living it as an intimate dialogue with your deepest self. Everything begins to make sense. Everything begins to connect, and you at last understand that the universe doesn't show you when you want. It shows you when you're ready. And if the signs are appearing, perhaps you already are. Not every awakening comes with a bang. Some arrive as a whisper, as a silence that suddenly carries weight, meaning, and presence. As your consciousness expands, you start to perceive not only the external world differently, but also your internal world. And the first sign of this subtle expansion is the intensification of intuition. Intuition isn't a thought or an emotion. It's a direct perception, a wisdom that springs from silence. You start to know things without knowing how you know them. There's no logical justification, but there is certainty. That silent voice within you begins guiding your steps with almost magical precision. And the more you trust it, the stronger it becomes. This expansion also shifts how you experience time. Moments of intense presence start to surface. Mundane situations, like looking at the sky, feeling the wind, hearing a song, suddenly become deeply profound experiences. The now stretches, expands, becomes absolute. Past and future lose their grip, and the present becomes a portal. In these instances, the world gains a special clarity. It's as if reality is more alive, more aware of itself. You realize that you're not just living, you're witnessing. And this witnessing carries transformative energy. You're no longer separate from things. You're part of them. You are part of the whole, and the whole is in you. Grinberg spoke of this sensation as the dissolution of perceptual boundaries. When the mind's filter begins to refine, the separation between I and world loses its rigidity. The feeling of unity isn't an idea. It's a direct experience. A sunset isn't just a landscape, it's a mirror of your own light. A hug isn't just a gesture, it's the remembrance of an eternal connection. Everything you touch touches you back. And it's at that point that true expansion happens. There are no formulas or specific techniques. There's a state of presence, listening, opening. The noisy mind, full of opinions and judgments, begins to yield space to a deeper knowing that doesn't need words. And in that space, silent wisdom emerges. Wisdom that knows before thinking, that sees before interpreting. This expansion doesn't demand effort, only surrender. It isn't about conquering something, but about allowing what already is to reveal itself. You don't become someone new. You return to who you've always been, behind the layers of conditioning, fear, and control. It's in that silence that the universe whispers its deepest truths, and only those who learn to listen begin to truly see. There is one truth that can change everything. You're not merely experiencing the world, you're creating it. Your mind isn't a passive spectator of reality. It's an active vibrational field, a portal of manifestation that shapes what you call the external world. Every thought, every belief, every emotion held with intensity is like a seed planted in the universe's invisible fabric, ready to sprout as circumstances, encounters, opportunities, or challenges. Jacobo Grinberg said that reality arises from the interaction between consciousness and an underlying informational matrix. This matrix contains all possibilities, and consciousness, like a malleable lens, chooses what to manifest based on the focus it maintains. That means that even without realizing it, You're co-creating your life all the time. The problem is that most of the time, this creation happens unconsciously, driven by repetitive mental patterns and inherited beliefs. That's why many live in recurring cycles: scarcity, difficult relationships, self-sabotage, fear, not because they're destined to remain there, but because they keep projecting the same frequencies into the field of existence. The good news: the cycle can be broken, and it all starts with awareness. When you realize that your thoughts aren't neutral, but creative forces, the way you deal with them changes. You start choosing more consciously what you think, feel, and believe. And more than that, you begin to imagine consciously. In this context, imagination is no longer escapist fantasy, but an instrument of creation. Visualizing isn't running away from reality, it's programming it. By imagining with presence and intention, you imprint new patterns onto the field of possibilities. You send a signal to the universe: this is what I choose to live. And the universe, as always, responds, not with instant magic, but with movement. People appear, doors open, ideas come, feelings shift, and suddenly, what once seemed impossible begins to become part of your new reality. But there's one detail: the field responds more to coherence than desire. It's not enough to want something. You have to be vibrationally aligned with it. That means if you desire peace but live in anxiety, the field will mirror anxiety. If you want abundance but cultivate scarcity beliefs, scarcity is what manifests. Change begins within. You are the portal. Reality doesn't happen to you, it happens through you. And the more conscious you become of that, the more power you have to transform everything around you. There is no separation between you and the universe. There's only resonance. And when you align with what you wish to see in the world responds perfectly. Now that you understand that reality isn't fixed, but a living projection of your inner state, it's time to act consciously. The universe is always ready to show you more, but the question is, are you ready to see? Watch for the signs, trust your intuition, allow yourself to be silent and feel. From today on, choose consciously what you think, feel, and believe. Every thought is a command, every emotion a frequency, and reality simply responds. Put into practice what you've learned here. Try conscious visualization, make room for inner silence, question your old beliefs. Most importantly, live with the certainty that you're not a passenger in the universe, you're part of the intelligence that guides it.